Cybernation Uncensored.
All right, ladies, gentlemen, everybody in between, welcome to our penultimate episode of Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. We are back today. We have everybody in our crew, finally everybody together in one space. The party isn't actually really all that split. But we have a bit of an issue to deal with. We've got a lot of people doing a lot of different things simultaneously, and one of the people that is split away wants to do something. So it's going to be a little bit of housekeeping at the beginning of the session, and from there we're going to move straight into the rest of our again, our penultimate episode. This is our second to last, folks. And holy shit, Bucephalus, thank you very much for the wonderful gift subs there. Holy crap, that is awesome. Wow, one of those even goes to you, Chuggy. So, Chuggy, you've got a gift sub now. Awesome. Thank you very much. Give me 1 second. I'm going to clear out our, our plus twos and minus twos from yesterday. And put out a clear slate. Our players are going to need to be doing a lot of rolling today, so we'll see how all of this goes. Let's start off with our introductions, and then we will jump into our housekeeping, picking up at the end of our last session. So go ahead and start us off, Mark.
Yeah, Mark. You can find me Captain Mark87 on the Discord. Been here since the beginning. Come back next week to see the finale. Also, Sundays over at twitch.tv/Heroes in Theory. Our regular campaign resumes next Sunday. I'm being told we are streaming tomorrow. But our DM has just said, turn up with a notepad and you have to figure it out from there. So I have no idea what we're doing, and it should be going to be interesting to find out. So tune in. You'll find out exactly the same time as I do the game we're playing. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Chuggy.
Hey, I'm Chuggy, playing T-Bar the Nomad, and when I'm not playing here, I'm normally streaming on my channel. It's Chuggy305.
All right, thank you, Chuggy. Raven, go for it.
Hey everyone, I'm Raven. I'll be playing Calamity, the solo/tech in Nomad this evening. You can catch me all over the internet at Doña Trece Cuervo. Thank you.
Thank you. John.
Hey everyone, I'm John. Johnny Drop over on the Discord, and other Sandman3096 here in the chat. You can find me here for one more Saturday next week for this campaign, and you can find me here on Fridays for our Fallout Asia campaign. I also have a SoundCloud over at Arkson if you'd like to check that out. And tonight I will be playing Remy Johnson, the tech netrunner and also now media.
All right.
Oh, sorry, Remy Thunder Thighs Johnson.
Ah, there we go. Yes, there we go. I need to add that into our player cards. My God, Mojo, go for it.
I'm Vampire Bites. You can find me here this week and next playing Mojo the Lawman and Nomad. In the only game I've ever played in my entire life that has run to a specific deadline rather than fall apart and get abandoned. So I might get a little emotional personally. Additionally, you can catch me on 2D20 Fallout Pack Northwest, Pack NW. Tonight after this game, or next week after this game, not tonight. And that runs every other week. I may or may not start streaming on my channel again at some point if I can put a crew together.
Awesome. Thank you. And Violent Neon.
Hey, I am Violent Neon. You can find me here for the next 2 Saturdays, and then apparently Friday you can find me as a really confused Fallout guy in Fallout. Yeah, you can find me in the Asia Wasteland on Fridays, and then when not in either of those places, you can find me on Cybernation Uncensored's Discord as Violent Neon.
Awesome. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, I am GM Capricious Nature. Got my big sigh here because as they just mentioned, like we're getting tail end here now. This is actually not my first campaign that I've run to a completion or to a set date or a set event. This is the third time, but every single time it's always a little difficult for me to finish it up. That being said, when it comes to our stream, our opening music was a wonderful Helix Code over at Outworld Sounds on Twitch. Our break music is going to be from Base Ape Records. All of the supplements and everything extra that you can hear us mentioning, you can find over on cybernationuncensored.com. You can find my links to my perchance generators over on my link tree. And you can find myself and Vampire, as they already mentioned, every other Sunday on 2D20 Fallout Pack NW. We are not playing this week. We will be playing next week because our wonderful GM is actually in the middle of doing something else right now. That being said, can you confirm or deny that you were deposited across the world by a cargo lamprey? I cannot. I have no idea. Apollonius, Violent Neon actually does not know what happened. The agreement is that I will come up with the backstory and just drop in hints. So, yeah, nobody knows how he got there except for me. And my girlfriend even told me she wants no hints and no spoilers, so literally I'm the only human being who knows. They may or may not involve cargo lampreys, if I even know what that is. So yeah, on to our Nomad campaign here. Our Fallout will keep to our Fridays. Nomads is our Saturdays. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be going through our players right now and finishing up our housekeeping from last week. There's a couple of different things that we need to complete. So the first and foremost out of all of those, we had we had our wonderful Calamity stopping over at a hospital to take care of getting some cyberware done. So give me 1 second. I'm going to toss on our Sirenscape, the wonderful sponsor for this channel, so we can get some background ambiance. There we go. So we are over at our hospital. And what is it that you wanted to do at the hospital? Calamity?
They are getting an internalized beta frame.
Okay. And that's going to be, what, 3, 4, or 5d6? For humanity loss?
First. Let me look. I forgot.
Me too. Let's pull up the core rulebook. And you're doing the integrated, right?
Implanted linear frame beta.
Okay.
It's 46.
Alright, go ahead and roll 4d6 for humanity loss. Or do you want the 14? It's your choice. Wow, okay. 19 humanity loss. Okay. So yeah, it takes a little while. They get it installed into you, but you are feeling very detached by the time that you are walking out of there. When it comes to doing this, the implanted linear frame beta, for those of you who are watching, It requires a body of 8 and 2 grafted muscle and bone laces, which Calamity has very, very progressively been applying to her body. So, yeah, you have this implanted linear frame. It's visible from the outside. You've got these bumps and lumps, and you are definitely a bigger, sturdier, walking Hulk tank human with a body of 14 now. So yeah, what was the second thing that you wanted to do while you were there?
No, I was just asking during the procedure if I could get llama, say like 20 doses of Novocaine.
20 doses of Novocaine. That is in absolute insanity. Hold on one second.
Oh, well, maybe less. We'll see.
Novocaine. So Novocaine, folks, is on the Medicine in the Time of Red. It's over on page number 25 out of 52. This huge supplement. Vibrant green powder that can be smoked, vaped, or ingested. It is meant to simulate plant material, but nothing living has ever quite had that shade of green. Its purpose is to gain 2d6 upon taking dose for humanity, and when it wears off, they are now put under extreme stress. So as you're doing this procedure, go ahead and, well, once you're done with the procedure, you let them know that you're feeling kind of detached. Go ahead and roll me a human interaction or human conversation check. Let's see if you can convince your doc to give you some of this. So, conversation check.
Okay. Give me a second.
Conversation empathy. Yep. So your doctor does not want to really give you 20 doses of this
Okay.
borderline street drug, but what he does offer for you is he said, I can give you something right now to help. Second. I can give you something to help. Just give me a moment. And he starts going through some of his some of the stuff that he has there inside of his little clinician area. Excuse me for a moment. And yeah, he pulls out one dose. He pulls out one dose of the Novocaine, and he says, "I've got this. I'll give this to you for a little bit of help. Make sure you check back in here tomorrow. We need to start up some therapy for you. This is some detachment that's probably not very good for your psyche."
See you, amigo.
And yeah, so you have one dose of Novocaine.
Muchas gracias.
Yeah, so you can add that into your inventory. Make sure you take out the cash for the beta frame. Beta frame cost was 5,000, and the Novocaine was given to you for free.
Okay.
Calamity going to tote around a minigun in the final battle. That's kind of a conversation that was already had a little bit, so it depends on the amount of money she wants to burn. So yeah, Brick House Mighty Mouse. We'll find out. So that was our first piece of housekeeping. We also had our party in two different spaces at this point. The first was the bus. We had Remy and Domino. And in the AV, we had T-Bar, we had Jack, and we had Father Skelly. And on the motorcycle, we had Mojo going by themselves. Mojo, you arrive... Or sorry, not Mojo. T-Bar and Jack, you arrive at the camp first. And you're coming in overhead. What you had gotten in contact previously with Shebar about was the fact that there was some conflict happening while you were all away. You all had left for almost 48 hours, and by the time that you've come back, there seems to have been a couple of shootouts. Misinterpreted a little bit by T-Bar or by Shebar, it's one of the two. Mormon Marshals or Marshal Mormons or a bunch of Mormons named Marshall. T-Bar seems to have had some crossed wires. There were multiple gunfights where the Maelstrom security that had been recruited by Jack and trained by Shebar and Mojo, they had fought off these marshals, but you can see the remnants of what looks to be a pretty decent amount of mayhem on the outside of this this little island that you guys have turned into your base as you come in from above. So T-Bar and Jack, well, and Father Skelly, the two of you, go ahead and take it away.
Looking out down there. What, as far as the marshal's numbers, what can I see?
They are not there at the moment. They seem to have backed off, but you can see the remnants of what looks like probably a couple of different gunfights down on the ground level.
Right.
If you want to roll deduction,
no.
You can try and take a guess as to how many may have been there.
Okay, it's a good shot of doing that. Yeah, right. Got 0 for that, but...
Your guess is that there were easily more than 20 people that had come over the course of the last few stops.
I think we need to get inside and rein in your wonderful employee.
All right. So what are we going to do about these Mormons? You want to talk to them, or should we go blow them up?
No, blowing them up. We've got enough on our plate. Let's get inside. We'll talk to your little secretary and we'll find out what happened, and I'll figure something out from there, all right?
All right. So I guess I will land AV and go inside to talk to Shebar, who I'm sure will give me lots of information that I will find extremely useful.
Is your AV? Have you got like a pad on the roof? You land on the roof.
I imagined that I did, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, only I'm asking specifically now because it could matter in a minute. So that's why I'm asking, trying to clarify that now.
That's
before
actually
the
a good
Fed show
point.
back up again.
Yes. Yes, this is a vertical building. Did we roll for how big this place was?
For some reason, I believe you said 3 stories, but
Okay.
I don't know why I believe that.
Go ahead and roll
That sounds
me.
familiar too, because it was a factory before we took it over.
Yeah,
and it
go-
had an empty warehouse area that we could park all the vehicles inside.
Yeah, go ahead and roll
Was it-
me
was it
right
office
now
building?
a 1d10, please.
It was an abandoned office block.
All right. Yeah, it is 3 stories tall,
Well, it was-
and you've got an impromptu AV helipad on the roof.
I mean, yeah, I suppose as long as the roof's flat, and it's got a big enough surface area, you can just
Yeah.
land on it. So, yeah.
So yeah, you're able to park
Okay.
land on the roof, and you head on inside. Jack, what are you doing before we jump into dealing with Shebar?
I'll go check on the clone quick, and then shall go and find them.
Go check on the what
Shebar.
real quick.
The clone.
Oh,
me
gotcha.
that's
Yeah.
just lying in the corner office. I just left it on I got it on like a conference table, and he's just lying on a conference table.
So it's not all queued up, dressed up, and like propped around like Father Skelly is. Missing the chance there.
Not anymore because I left and
Okay.
we knew where we were going. So yeah.
The clone of Jack is still there, still lying down, not moving. It seems as if, other than some dust that may have fallen from like the ceiling tiles above, it seems completely and totally undisturbed.
Right, and I'll take off to try and find Sheba, I guess.
Okay. And T-Bar, you start heading down to go find She-Bar, and what you see is that down on the ground floor around where that front entrance is, there's normally a set of nice open double doors where people can come on in, and there's this little reception area. But you can tell now that the reception area has kind of become this like trenched out bunker zone over the course of the last 2 days. With the Maelstrom there using scrap parts, and the other nomads that are in the area using scrap parts and building up a defensive barrier. You can see somebody has even lugged in what looks to be a homemade like harpoon cannon, and set it up at that point. And you see She-Bar. She looks like she is reverted back to her olden ways. She is in a set of gang colors, specifically, as you know, the pink and the mint green, and she's got a bandana wrapped around her head, and she's got the 3 black stripes on her face. And this girl, she's not fucking around, even if she looks a little silly. She is carrying what looks to be a very, very heavy-duty weapon, as she is there talking to the other Maelstrom and dealing with the security issues.
I will yell across the room for her, like, She-Bar, what the hell?
Oh my god, you're finally here!
Up. You gotta clean all this up after we're done.
I'm not the one who set it up, and we have janitorial staff.
No, I'll tell you. No complaining.
I'm not complaining, I'm just letting you know. And,
so,
yeah, she's...
Where's Marshall at?
She looks over at you, she's like... they left. I told you we got into, like, 3 gunfights now, and they always fuck off, but they keep coming back. It's really annoying. They kept saying that they were looking for you, and they were looking for somebody else. They didn't want anything to do with me. They said I was annoying. Fucking assholes. That's when I opened fire.
Did they give you a card or anything?
I mean, boys, bring over the go grab one of the bodies, and you see 2 Maelstrom guys walk over, and they open up this little side conference room that has multiple bullet holes on the front of the door. There is a pile of bodies in there. And you can see one of them just drag out one of these guys, and the guy that is on the ground is very clearly dressed like a federal marshal. They have their bulletproof camo, not full max tack, but bulletproof vest. They've got their black jacket, their flak jacket, whatever it is. They've been stripped of their weapons, their ammunition, the helmet's been taken off, and you can see that this guy was very much so riddled with bullets. But they're like, yeah, I think there might be some ID on him. Just give me a second. And they start rifling through his pockets.
These are some crazy Mormons. I've never seen them with so much armor on. It's
You know, Mormons, they're crazy bastards, and if they have to walk around knocking on everybody's door, then, like, you need bulletproof vest, especially here in Texas.
I guess.
It is at that point that Jack arrives from having checked on the clone, and he just walks past the open door and kind of catches it. Oh! What the fuck?
Oh, hey, Jack! You see this guy pull his hand out of the chest cavity of this marshal on the ground, just like, oh, hey, Jack! Oh, hey! Have you gotten any news tunes? He seems completely and totally detached from literally being elbow deep inside of a dead human being.
Well, you've sort of messed with the feng shui. It's gonna put me off of my creative Look, what the fuck? What happened? Taylor, did you find out?
Yeah, look, these crazy armored Mormons attacked our base.
I'm
So
sorry, I'm
now
still
we're
trying to
gonna
get
have
over
to
that.
fight Metacore, and we're gonna have to go to Utah. Is that what you're telling me? What's going on here?
I guess. I mean, yeah, I didn't know they were in Texas, but
There are Mormons everywhere. All right. After a moment, you see the maelstrommer walk over, and they've got this this set of dog tags that clearly look like they're NUSA military little holo tags. They've got an ID badge that says Texas Federal Marshals, person's name on it, a photo of them looking very grumpy. So yeah, they hand that stuff over to T-Bar. It's like, here you go, sir.
federal marshals.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Oh, his name isn't Marshall. Okay.
Well, then why would they all be wearing a big name tag that says Marshall? I don't get it. These guys are so weird. And she just kind of stares over at the dead bodies, like, put it back in the room. And the maelstromers drag the body back into that spare room and close the door.
I will look over at Jack, hanging my head, like, she's the brains behind my whole business now. Just like shake my head.
This is a good life choice. Look, if we're now wanted by the NUSA, we're going to need to deal with medical. If we deal with medical, then we can go back to Night City. And if we can go back to Night City, we can get away
I
from
think
the
this
NUSA.
is from San Antonio. I mean, we probably want it in a lot of cities, but I think this one is because of San Antonio. Should we maybe call, like, a lawyer?
No, I think I've got a better idea. We have the number
No,
for
don't
that.
call a lawyer. That sounds like a bad idea. I've got a better idea. We've got a pile of
cool.
dead marshals.
Got a better idea. I know that information exists amongst us as a group, but I don't know if I would have in particular the contact number for that call phone, the one that we were helping out.
Are you talking about SCP?
No. The one that hooked us up with when we did our big shop recently and we got all the gear. We did it.
That
They
level
gave
10
us the contact.
corpo.
Yeah.
So there was a level 8 corpo, and that was Corey Stewart, and that's my contact, and no, you don't have it.
Right. Okay. I wasn't. We talked to so many damn NPCs. I wasn't sure who was who.
So then, sorry, there is a rank 10, and that's Ansley, and that's out of San Antonio. No, you don't have that either. That's the Neocorp SDI.
We need to start. We need to start putting contingencies in place. Shit like this, our days are numbered. Let's just wait for the others to get back. We can figure it out from there.
All right, Jack, what I would like you to do right now, please, is roll me a streetwise check. All right. So you know that you are in Texas right now. Texas, being the quote-unquote Lone Star State for the last couple hundred years, has always been pretty anti-government. And at this point, you think that there may actually be a chance that you guys rallying against these feds could actually get you some popular support in the area. So I'm going to let you ruminate on that, and I'm going to swap on over to our other players right now. Second kind of group to arrive would be Mojo on the motorcycle. Mojo, you pull up and you can see that there's quite a bit of destruction that's happened in this area that used to be a quaint little lake and is fully dried out. But over at the T-Mart Incorporated headquarters, you can see that there are bullet holes, scorch marks, damaged concrete, I would say casings, but all of these are caseless weapons. You can see what look like hundreds, if not thousands, of footprints of people running around in different spaces and areas, and you can see the front entrance of what used to be this cute little double door entranceway has been kind of boarded up and sealed up with wood and metal scrap, and you can see inside a little bit where there are others chatting and talking and running around.
Hey, first on Mojo's list is to check in with his deputies.
All right. Yeah, so you pull into the that little whatchamacallit, the warehouse space on the side of the building. You can see that they're there. They're both doing their best to just kind of keep their calm. Both of them are look over you like, oh hey boss. It's been a hell of a day. Don't know why you weren't in radio contact. We tried getting a hold of you, but nothing went through.
Yeah, we ran into some issues. What the hell happened here?
Federal marshals came. They said that there was something about a bombing that happened in San Antonio. It was an act of terrorism, and they're looking for fucking terrorists. They came here because they believed that we might be in cooperation with them. They were asking about the property owner. Shebar kept chatting with them, and for some reason they were stupid enough to call her annoying. And well, yeah, boss, you know what the hurricane assault weapon is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she unloaded that into them. So the marshals weren't around for very long. Backup came. We tried talking the guys out of it. The maelstrom started opening fire while we were in the middle of talking. The third time around, we just kind of stayed in here because I almost got shot a few times. Just trying to keep the peace inside the building at this point. But everybody inside the building's safe. And if you wanna go check in with Kali later, the last report I got from her, we've got 0 casualties, boss. So yeah, things have been pretty smooth on our end. Just holy shit, the maelstrom. Those guys are not as scary as that crazy bitch.
Right. Okay. I wouldn't let her hear you say that.
Oh no, she knows. But we who's that Maki guy? That old writer? It's like Maki Puchu or something. Machiavelli. Rulership through fear. Like she knows we're scared shitless of her.
She's scary, and she can hear that. I was talking about the crazy bitch part.
I'm sure she already knows it.
Yeah, but if somebody called her annoying and got a shotgun to the gut, what do you think calling her a crazy bitch is gonna do?
It wasn't to the gut, boss.
You know what I mean. But yeah. All right. Let me go run some damage control. Thanks. Keep everybody safe here.
No worries. We've been keeping an eye on the folks, non-combat folks. Everybody's all right for right now. We're all good.
Gonna go hunt down T-Bar and C-Bar, get that side of the story, and Jack, and yeah, just basically share the news with Jack and T-Bar.
So yeah, T-Bar, Jack, the two of you see Mojo coming in from one of the little side rooms just a minute or so later. Yeah, look of sheer disappointment drawn all over his face apparently.
And basically just relay the story back to them.
Say, you're a cop or something. What should we do? Should we get a lawyer? Should we call him?
Well, we need to prove it wasn't you that did what you did. That's about the long and short of it.
And also,
Well, we
are
could
you
just-
also Mormon?
No, they're not Mormon. Mormon's got nothing to do with it. They're cops. Federal, state cops.
What if we just make ourselves too annoying to pursue?
I've been working on that, and they just keep coming back. That's why I thought they were Mormon.
I don't mean just violence. Is there any way we could find out if they've got any ties to anyone else we've been dealing with? And if they don't, can we fabricate those? No. I'll wait for Domino to get back and
Domino's
see what
not
we
in
can do.
a healthy mood right now.
So I've got to do it myself.
Do we know any medias except for that guy at Night City?
There was also
behind me,
the previous media you had worked with living on the independent colony.
That's the one I'm talking about, like Ben
Okay.
Zeiton.
Yeah, that's the only one that you've dealt with so far. And you burned that bridge a little bit, but you could always try reaching out to them if you wanted.
Yeah, but they're pretty far away.
And
So.
we've got Remy.
Oh, and Remy, yeah, Remy, the new media, yeah. So you got Remy.
I mean, to be fair, if we get rid of Metacorp, we don't need to stay here. We could just leave.
A piece of GM, little piece of GM information here. Since you have started your own Meta Corporation or Neo Corporation, you can actually relocate in the future if you wanted to. So yeah, that's entirely possible.
All right, we deal with Medicore as soon as possible, and then we just get out.
But the good news is, yeah.
I mean, maybe I can get Shebar to get a hold of somebody in like the San Antonio government, arrange to turn ourselves in, and hopefully give us enough time to get rid of Metacore and take off before they come and bother us again.
Shebar looks at you.
Where's everyone else?
You want me to tell them that you're turning yourself in, or do you want me to get a lawyer? What's going on?
Yes, to both.
So,
No, look.
if they had warrants and not just wanted for questioning, telling them that you'll be in might buy us some time. They just wanted you for questioning, it'd buy us even more time. We could put it off for a few days. If there's a warrant, it gives us a 24-hour window at most.
Well, I'm not sure if there was a warrant. I blew that guy's head off before he finished.
Yes,
See,
I
have
think
you-
we're beyond niceties and paperwork at this point. Look, if we can find some way to get the word out that we're being pestered by the government. I don't know if you know anything about this state, but I get a feeling we might get some local support. We just need them off our back for just long enough for our up at medical HQ to go. If we're in the clear, we can leave.
I'm going to I'm needed deposition. I'm going to give a little bit of a meta prod over to Jack really quick. Shibar looks over at you and she says, "Well, we do still the radio tower's functioning again. So if you can go get us some support, we might be able to get some backup before they come back up."
Lead the way.
All right, boys, take care of the defense and make sure that's fixed before I get back here, or your head's next. And you just see like these fucking like maelstrummers fucking saluting and moving their shit. And she starts walking you back. With that said, we've got our last arrivals here prior to our player in surgery. Remy and Domino, the two of you are pulling up now. Again, I've already explained this kind of destruction outdoors, but it seems as if you can see inside. There's still a lot of movement going around inside. You don't see any federal Mormons outside at all. You don't see anybody really outdoors outside of the facility, and you don't see any of the other vehicles except for the AV on top of the building. As a lot of you are pulling up. And holy shit, Bucephalus, thank you very much for the 400 bits. Holy shit. What does it take to get a hype train? I have no freaking idea. I am a poor bastard, so I don't know. But yeah, we've got our Remy and we've got Domino. You are arriving at the headquarters.
Domino doesn't look like he even pays attention to any of the surroundings. He pulls up to one of the doors. Does it open?
You pulled into like the warehouse area where you guys park, right? Yeah, the door opens.
Okay. He pulls in, he parks, without acknowledging anything around. He walks over to the nearest person and I need to borrow your agent.
Sorry. There we go. I am posting up a brief warning for our viewers. In our upcoming segment, we will be discussing psychological issues and suicide. So we'll be talking about this here on our stream. If you are sensitive to these issues, or if you are an individual who is also suffering from these tendencies or from this feeling, please feel free to reach out and try to get some professional help. You can always call your local suicide hotline as well, and I wish you the best of luck. We're here for a distraction from the real world, and we're going to be taking a look at a real life issue. So one of the people there hands you their agent. It's one of the nomads. Like, oh, here you go, Domino.
Thanks. And I proceed to call and using my fixer contact without reaching out, because again, I figure to get stuff that I can purchase within my level of reach, I still have to have an agent to be able to do so.
Yes.
So I'm going to purchase. I'm going to put the word out, and as I'm doing, I'm going to pause. I'm going to say, "Hey, I'm going to borrow this for a minute. Where's Callie? I'll bring it back to you when I'm finished talking to Callie."
Collie's in the back.
Cool. I'll bring your phone back I'll bring your agent back in a minute.
No worries.
And I walk towards Callie's office.
You walk back. She's back there. And as I'd mentioned very briefly, hold on. There was no injuries on the Nomad side. Nobody's in there with gunshot wounds. Nobody's in there dead. It seems as if everybody had made themselves fine, and you just see Collie just prepping boatloads of like tourniquets, blood vials, and stuff like that, making sure to be prepared in case things go real bad.
As I walk in, she hears me finishing my order, and I'm saying, all right, so yes, just to recap, I need you to deliver a rocket launcher, 10 rockets, 100 doses of stardust, and 100 doses of flicker. Yeah, no, I'm serious. No, I'm not going into the dealership business. Just make sure that those are delivered within the next little bit. Thanks. All right, yeah. Oh, and I also need 8 more agents. Yeah, I know I'm calling from an agent. I need a new one, and some of my colleagues do too. So 8 more agents. Yep, thanks. And so she hears the tail end of that where I mentioned those 100 doses of stardust and 100 doses of flicker. Hey, yeah, do you have any more of those quick heals, and would it be possible for you to make at least 1, maybe more doses of Calmex?
You see Colleen turn around from her workstation. She's just kind of looking at you oddly. Just is everything okay? What? I know there's gunfights that have been going on and off, but what's with your order?
We're going to be taking on Metacore headquarters, and if you know to, or well, you haven't,
What's wrong?
you're the only one left.
Yeah, gets a little bit closer. What's wrong?
The Snyders weren't there, and the group convinced me that they're probably dead, which means that outside of them, you're the only one that still matters.
What do you mean? I thought the Snyders they had them there. What are you talking about?
We don't know. The way it looked is that the ones that were there were just clones of the Snyders, not actually the Snyders, and the rest of the group convinced me. Like when we saw the room where there's all these different clones, I was able to find a copy of Mama Snyder, and that's why I need the quick heal, because apparently jacking into a device isn't like jacking into a car, and it kind of fried my brain a little bit. But yeah, I want to the orders to make sure that we're able to be our best against Metacore without having to deal with any injury things, and I'm tired. The only thing I've wanted to do with any of this is take care of those who mattered to me. And right now, you're the only one that's left. Everybody else that helped me be me, as far as I know, is dead. And my dearest friend, I'm responsible for them dying. The people who raised me and I modeled my life after are dead. I'm tired. There's only so much that one can carry. And so the orders to make sure that I can carry it for the rest of the time that I need to. And the Calmex will help with that. And the quick heal will get me up to my best. But everything's so just heavy.
You're forgetting about a lot of people right now. It's not just me, it's not just the Snyders. I know that you love and care about so many people, but don't forget that a lot of people, even those that are still here, they still love and care about you. You're surrounded by an entire clan of people that you've brought back together. You're a big part of. There's literally dozens and dozens of people that rely on you every single day for safety. There's lots of people that rely on you for their own needs, their own emotional support. There's always people that care about you in the world. And I don't think going on some suicide mission against Metacore is going to help that at all. If you're thinking about doing something like that, you need to rethink it. Every time you went out, every time Mad Mags went out, I was always worried, but I knew that Mags would always come back because she planned on coming back.
Until she didn't because of me.
It wasn't because of you, it was because she was always focused on going that extra mile, doing those crazy things, trying to be supportive and keep those around her safe. You're doing the same thing right now, but you're forgetting the fact that, well, you think everybody that you love and everybody that you need is dead, even though there's hundreds of people still here that still need you. It's not just one, it's not two, it's not five. There's always a tomorrow, and those people are still going to be here tomorrow. There's always going to be a next week.
So I'll have more opportunities to let people down.
No, it's not letting anybody down. Do you not remember we went down to like 12 people? Almost everybody died. Almost every single member of our clan died. Bear died. All of my friends died too. But in the end, we need to remember that no matter what, we need to push through these things to support and love and care for those that still need us. That's why I'm still here, even after Mag sacrificed herself. I didn't go away, because I knew all of you needed me. I knew that if we continued growing, they need me too. So I'm still here. My purpose never went away, my drive never went away.
I won't say that I won't, but you've given me a lot to think about. And when my order arrives, I do think that we each of us, when we go against Metacore, will need at least one of the doses of each of those things, because that will help us be more efficient against them. But will you make me an accord? Or if I leave it with you, you will keep it safe. But if I ask for it, we'll have another conversation. And if you can't change my mind, you will respect my choice and give it back.
I'll always respect your choice in this. You choose your outcome. But we always need to remember that no matter the choice that you make, there are others that are still here, hoping, pushing, trying to survive themselves. And I don't think any of them, or any of those that died, would want you to do that. Do you think Mags would want me dead? Or would Mags want me happy? Of course. I miss her. And I know you miss all of your family too. But in the end, would they want us to continue and to fight, to kick some ass, to save lives, to keep pushing? Or would they want us to suffer and be sad? Would they want us to die?
I'll make the agreement that I won't do anything without first talking to you again. Fair?
Okay.
And until you hear from me again, I'll still be here.
And I'm gonna be here too. Don't forget that.
And I pull her into a hug
Yeah.
and sob on her shoulder for a little bit.
Kali gladly gives you a hug. And yeah, she brings you over. She writes down the list of the stuff that you were asking for, the shipment that's coming in, and she gives you the assurance. She's like, I'll take care of taking this stuff in. I can get some more speed heal ready. We have some over here. Now let me take care of you. Okay.
Okay.
And so she's
and I borrowed this phone from Buddy. He needs his agent back, and when the others arrive, I'm gonna stay here because my head, but yeah, once you have those speed heals, and if anybody needs to reach out to one of our contacts, have them come see me once my agent arrives, and I'll see if I can reach out to get anything put together if I need to.
no problem. You stay here as long as you need. This space is a safe place. Don't need to go anywhere. Don't worry about anything. I can take care of the speed heal. I can take in the shipment. I'll get the phone back. This is for you to just take a breather. And with that, she plops a speed heal into your arm. And this itself would be for the damage that you received from the tech attack, the zap to your brain.
Yeah.
And she gives you the speed heal, and she takes the syringe. She puts it back with the rest of her equipment. And she says, "Mags would want me to take care of you. Dee Dee would want you to take care of me. Mama would want you to be taking care of everybody. And in the end, what did they always push for? Everybody. To keep fighting till the end. Don't give up. It'll be alright." And she gives you a pat on the shoulder. It's a little smiley face band-aid on the injection site. And she says, "I'll check back in with you in a little bit. I'm gonna go take care of getting that stuff shipped in, okay?"
Okay.
And she heads on it.
And how many HP do I get back?
When it comes to speed heal, I believe it's your body. I always forget about speed heal. Hold on. Oh my god, where is it? Heal. Enhanced antibodies? No. Stabilize. There we go. Stabilize. Antibiotic. Speed heal. When injected, body plus will.
Body plus will.
Yep.
Okay, so the 14 hit points back. Cool. That takes me to 37. I'm still shy, but it's a lot closer than I was.
And yeah, she gives you your space. She lets you chill out. And she grabs the phone, goes to go find Buddy, and starts taking care of taking in the deliveries and the shipments. After the course of about an hour, you hear her come back in. She's like, "All right, I've got a hell of a shipment coming in. They're dropping it off in the warehouse, and this is yours." And she hands you this plastic sealed agent. So I'm guessing the other ones are for the other people in the crew?
Yeah, I think I'm okay enough for now to go back out with them. And I'll take them their agents, and I'll go see if anybody needs anything. Thank you. We're not done. But I'm here for now.
Okay.
And we made a deal, and you know me, I don't break my deals, so.
Me neither, and I'll be right here. And yeah, you've got the agent. She's taking in the shipment and dealing with putting this stuff together, trying to get literally what seems to be a crate of these street drugs and meds into the back of the place, and starts unloading the stuff.
Of those, I like I said, if you could set aside one of each of those for the 6 of us, for when and if we go against Metacord, that way we can be at our best and a little bit better than our best. Cool. But again, only one for now. And with that, he will take out the agent and start programming all the numbers that he remembers off the top of his head. He'll pull out his little data pad and start putting in the ones that he didn't have memorized.
Well, you took out the little SD card thing. You took out the
yes,
chip.
I did.
You can just plug that back in.
That's right. I did take that out and then threw the phone out the window.
Yep.
Okay.
You're all
so
good.
yeah, I plug that in. I start checking things, and then I go to. I don't remember who destroyed their phone, so I go up to the closest one to me, which I probably. Well, I've been in that room for a little while, so we'll stand by. I'll turn this over to Remy to cover the time while I was with Kali.
All right. And yeah, as Vampire has already mentioned on here, when it comes to the situation, I'm fully aware that this is a very uncomfortable situation for some people to have to think about or deal with, but there are lots and lots of people that have all of their own struggles all over the world. As was already mentioned, some of the lines that I did use as this character is just coming from a character and comes from a background within a cyberpunk fiction. Know what I was sharing during that time is not the best opinions and the best advice that you would give to somebody as a clinician. Please, please, please go find help. If you are feeling suicidal, if you are feeling guilty, if you are feeling anything that can mess with your brain or your emotions, please, please, please reach out to a registered professional. Kali is a fictional character in a fictional world dealing with a fictional situation. This is not medical advice or professional help advice. It is simply playing a character, and I am not a registered professional. So for those of you who are struggling with that, please reach out to somebody who is. And for those of you who are watching, I hope that we can see and understand that this is one way for us to kind of deal with these situations. There are always options, there are always abilities that every single person can take, but in the end, reaching out to somebody is the first step that should always be done. So, that's what we're doing here on our stream. Remy, you came in the vehicle with Domino. You have arrived to this scene of somewhat chaos. What are you doing?
So Remy gets out shortly after Domino. Sees him walk off. You know, he's in the mood, so we'll let him be. And I'll start walking around. Hey, anyone got an agent I can borrow?
There's a guy there, apparently named Buddy, who says, "I just gave mine to Domino."
Okay, I mean, I don't know why you answered then. I'm looking for someone with one. Anyone else? Hello?
Yes, somebody else with a completely different name comes up and it's like, yeah, what's up, Remy? You need something?
Yeah, what's up, guy? I just need to borrow your agent for a minute.
No problem. And Guy hands you the phone. Here you go.
All right, and then I pull his memory chip out and I hand that to him. I'll be right back with this.
And you start
Yeah,
walking.
don't worry about it. So I'll slip my memory chip into the agent. And I don't. Did I have the contact information for that super high level fixer? Just Domino just had that.
I believe that was Domino. The super high level fixer. Let's pull this up. That was. Oh my god, so many notes. Ripley in San Antonio. That person may or may not be reachable at this moment because of what happened in San Antonio.
I guess we'll find out eventually.
Yep.
Are they the ones that we worked with after the bombing to help get food and stuff in?
That was through SDI, I believe.
Okay.
And I don't remember. Who is that person's name again?
I think the last name was Ainsley or something like that.
Ansley. Let's see, it was, if you're looking for so the rank 10 fixer was Ripley Chavez. The rank 10 corpo was Ansley Morris.
Okay, there we go. Yep. Yeah, so the level 8 was Stewart, the level 10 fixer was Ripley. That was over in San Antonio, and that's where you guys had your indiscretion, moment of indiscretion.
And if we need that, I can reach out to a rank 7 rocker, and worst case, if once Domino has exited Kali's facility, he can probably use some of those contacts to maybe get us a handle on a media or something.
Alright, so I'm like, oh, shit. I forgot I didn't have his number. And I'll pull out my chip and toss it back to, or bring it back to Guy.
Guy's just standing there, he's like, oh, I thought, for a second there I thought you were just gonna take my phone and walk with it. Thanks.
Oh, no. I mean, if I really needed one, I can just make one. Anyway, have a good one, mate. And then I'll go to the main office building to just wait for Domino to be done with his stuff.
And big shout out right now to Bocephalus. Yeah, Domino or Violent Neon, our player Violent Neon, we had a discussion about this last week. This is a very important topic and very important struggle that a lot of people face. I wish that I had better training so I could give better advice here on actual stream. It's been a very long time since I've had to do that myself. But yeah, we all really appreciate our player and our character for opening up on stream. And those of you who were here, I hope some of you are doing okay. I hope all of you are doing okay. I don't know what else to say about that. I wish I had better advice that I could give. Reach out to a registered professional, because I'm not. So yeah, we have Remy, you tried reaching out, you don't have the number. Domino, you don't know where they went. People are running around. Calamity, you're out of your surgery. You've received the single dose of the, was it Stardust? Was it Stardust?
Yes.
Novocaine.
There we go. Yeah, for the humanity. Yeah. So you've got the one dose of Novocaine. You're out of the facility. What are you going to do? How are you going to get back? You're in a completely different city, and you told everybody to keep going.
I'm gonna dial a number, with my agent. Wait for them to pick up. Just tell them I'm ready for transport, and wait for them to tell me.
Who are
You
you
know what I'm
calling?
talking.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, yes. You get a response back. Affirmative.
Be out in 5.
Yes, ma'am. And yeah, you hear a click on the other end of the line. Yeah, do we want to deal with that right now, or do we want to deal with that later?
Epilogue.
Okay. Yeah, we'll jump to our what's it called? We'll jump to our facility. At the facility itself, at the headquarters, Remy and Domino, the two of you are back. We have Mojo. We have everybody in our crew right now. Calamity is still out of town at the moment. But what's odd about this whole situation is that, well, Remy, what did you do to your cyber deck at the tail end of the last session?
I smashed it to pieces in the road.
Yeah, you smashed it to pieces, and because of that, the cell reception and stuff, it's been working. Your phones have been able to get through those lines of communication, but you're now out of a cyber deck for the Netrunner. When you're finished making your call, you give the phone back to Guy. After a little bit of time, you actually see Kali. And Kali waves you down, Remy.
Yeah, I'll head on over.
And she's like, all right, there's a couple of things. Number one, I've got some stocks in the back. As you probably noticed, there's been some fighting outside.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah, luckily nobody here's been hurt yet, but I've got stuff just in case. Domino's in the back. He really needs some support. If you're able to talk with him or give him some support, I think that would be great. I'm not sure if right now would be the best moment, but I have a shipment coming in that he ordered. If you want to give me a hand bringing it in, you can chat with him then maybe, and until then, I'm just giving him some space.
Yeah, I noticed he was a little off, but that's why I didn't follow him over here. But yeah, I can help you bring in the shipment.
Awesome. And then I was also wondering, is there any chance that you have a gun? I don't have any weapons, and I'm a little worried that somebody might be getting inside.
Yeah, I've got this heavy pistol I can give to you. I haven't used it. It's only got 36 rounds, but it's something.
About 100 clicks from Austin to team my clicks. All right, yeah, she's like, okay, I barely know how to use these things, but I'll take it. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'll give it back to you later. I gotta make sure that all this stuff is protected. I know we have the Maelstrom here, but like the amount of stuff that Domino has ordered, I'm afraid somebody might come in and try and take some. It is a pretty big shipment, and I'm not used to being around that kind of or not that level of drugs. So yeah, thank you.
Well, I mean, if you need some heavy protection, 1 second, and I go back to, I guess I'm storing this in Domino's car, and I come back with the rocket launcher. You could use this.
I don't think that would be safe to fire off indoors, but thank you.
Yep, fair enough.
Firing off an RPG inside. Oh my lord. But yeah, she brings you over, and you guys intake the shipment after about half an hour. There seems to be a unmarked truck that rolls around, and they drop this stuff off. You've got a pretty large shipment of drugs, rocket launcher, rockets, a case of weapons, and they literally pull up, back up to this this little warehouse area, and you and Kali start to unload it. Folks, we're gonna take a really quick break here. I desperately need a bio break, so we'll be back in a few minutes. My apologies for starting us up late. We are still in full swing though, and when we get back in, we're going to see what happens as, well, those Mormons might be coming back. See you folks in a few. I'm gonna leave our mics hot. If you folks want to talk, please feel free to do so. Again, I just want to remind everybody that well, as I said last week or 2 weeks ago, we love you. Every single one of you matters. Race, creed, color, gender, sexuality, none of that makes you a lesser person. Please don't forget that. Neither does having struggles that you deal with inside. So please, please, please don't think of yourself as any lesser of any kind of person. You are still loved, and you are still cared for, and we are very happy that you are here watching our stream, and for those of you on VOD. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Our mics are hot if you want to chat with any of our players. I will be right back.
I'm gonna be right back also.
As well, I need to go grab more fluids.
Yeah, I'll be back as soon as I can squeeze up out of these gloves.
Like a glove.
It's a warm one here today.
How's the missus doing, Mark?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I time you. Yeah, she's good. She's good.
That's good to hear.
Trying to figure out when it's I'm just sending it to Zach. I feel a big move coming on here, but I've got to get it just right.
We fast forward to stealing the neutron bomb.
No, to do with the radio and the broadcast.
Yeah, we definitely have to stick to radio, because if we tried to do video, then that might get Jack killed.
Well, it doesn't matter at this point.
Well, because video killed the radio star.
But he's an elite radio star.
Yeah, I'm Rocket Boy level 7 now.
Well,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
he's an all elite radio star.
Undisputed elite radio star. Do you see they're doing the Super Show in June?
Yeah.
Ah, that'll be good. It looks as if they're doing the smart thing, and they're having because the thing with Super Shows when you've got a 2 promotion show is that both promotions want their promotion to come out looking good. So it looks like they're doing the smart thing of having heels on both sides team up instead of doing promotion versus promotion, which can always be a bit sketchy for that reason. Because you get egos then, and like, well, whose heavyweight champion should go over on the other one, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, let's be honest. If it's is Okada the IWGP champion at the moment? Yeah, because he's got Naito soon. He's got Naito before that show, though. So, but I mean, yeah. Let's be honest. If you did Okada versus Hangman, really, Okada should go over. But they'll avoid it. They'll avoid doing that because, like the only thing you get out of that is one of your heavyweight champions looks worse than he did when he went in, unless it's like some sort of 11-star match. Which you can't count on. So.
I think they were talking, like, some of the channels I was watching. They're talking about like Hangman going up against Punk and Punk going on to take on Okada or whatever.
Punk versus Okada would be good, even without the titles. Though that's the thing. Like, you can do. There's certain matches that don't need the belt, and some people were saying he's got Okada's got Naito before that pay-per-view. So if you drop the belt to Naito, then they could do Punk versus Okada. And I mean, I don't know whether AEW likes to be a bit traditional in that the heavyweight title is always the main event, but most of the time that's served them, but occasionally it hasn't. Like MJF and Punk was the best match on that card, and it was somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. There's a absolute minefield of like weird backstage politics to negotiate when you've got a cross promotional thing. That's why they're so hard to pull off. Like. You've got to agree to disagree, and some people have got to agree to, like, if you're doing the big, one promotion versus promotion match, you've got to agree that someone loses, and then it's a thing. But... Oh. You could do Naito versus Andrade because of the LIJ connection.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. We're talking about wrestling.
We are talking about wrestling. Yeah.
If you look at chat, you have some fan people who are gossiping and like they're chiming in too. So I don't think you have anything to apologize for.
Okay, Punk.
Oh, yeah,
Punk
Punk-
Kenta maybe, but I don't know if I want to see Punk Kenta more than I want to see Punk versus Okada. So that's the
A
thing.
battle over the go to sleep title.
Yeah.
Or the rights to the go to sleep.
And what something else I was thinking is it's the end of it's the end of June, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's at the end of June. Presumably they're not. Then they wouldn't go ahead and do this show if they weren't going to have Kenny on it.
Yeah.
Like, you'd wait, right, until he was so.
Well, he's supposed to be. They're thinking that he's supposed to be healed by then.
Yeah. So do you do Kenny and Ibushi?
Yeah, they were talking. I've heard channels talking about that. And
Yeah.
because they had a classic match.
Yeah, you do Kenny versus Ibushi, or do you do Kenny and Ibushi versus whoever? FTR.
I think.
Fucking hell, like.
I think people would want to see Kenny versus Kota Ibushi.
Yeah, the versus match, because
One more again.
yeah, Bucephalus, yeah, been watching since I was a teenager. Used to wrestle in my 20s before I bashed my brain in. But yeah.
I've been a fan since I was a teen.
I shall be right back on that.
So what's the plan, fellas?
I've got a very expensive order to make.
A very expensive order to make, and then a fun little project that I'll be tasking you with while I'm working on getting these contacts in place for everybody else.
I think I might need your negotiating skills.
Oh, of course. I mean, it
I'm ready
might
to
take
go-
a little
go to
convincing to get Domino out of his headspace,
Heart
but
of the
yeah, it'll help.
Mormons.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd probably help.
I think the Mormons are on the Marshals would be on the back burner. We deal with them after we freaking hand the L to Metacore.
Or again, it could be just something real quick where I try to get in touch with a media and have them spin a story. If I can get in touch.
You're looking at probably the best media.
It is Texas. That's a good point.
Level 1, no contacts.
World class media. Remy Thunder Thighs.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm still trying to figure out how to fit Thunder Thighs into Minsky's name too. It's gonna follow you from now on.
You haven't
Minsky
seen
doesn't
that
have any noise, though. That's the problem.
No, but he has other components. that
but they
be under it.
can.
Thunder thrusters.
They can have thighs.
Yeah, Thunder Thrusters.
Min Thunder Thaiski? Minsky's actually a Polish one?
Oh, then he'd never work again.
Remy picks up martial arts next. Whenever he wrestles with somebody. The thunderstruck with his thunder thigh.
Yes.
Get him in a grapple and do like one of those videos of people crushing watermelons.
He takes the martial art of
the,
sumo.
The mad Russian woman from GoldenEye kills you with her thighs and shit. Do you know what I mean? She's like the villain in it, and she tries to kill him Bond a few times by literally just. It's Famke Janssen.
Oh,
Like
okay.
a
That's
really
right.
early role.
So Persepolis wants to know about Thunder Thighs. They want to see.
But was it last week? It was check out last week's stream where you got to see all of us going up and down a very ribbed shaft, and that's where we learned the most in-depth detail about Remy's thunder thighs as he straddled the ladder.
It's so
Oh my
unfortunate because like I did have an alias that I was gonna drop at some point, but now it's Thunder Thighs. Now that's just there forever.
Every time he does a freaking report, he's his tagline is "You've been thunderstruck."
Yes.
Who was you talking about?
Oh,
Layla Hirsch.
yeah,
Yeah, I get it.
she was injured recently. So she's gonna be out for a while.
My wife is bisexual, and we're both very, very big fans of Jade Cargill. I was watching Done right now, and she goes, "Who is that?" And I went, "Yeah, I know, right?" Like, she looks like, because she looks. Just Google her, like she's carved out of rock. The amount of time that woman spends in the gym, it's impressive. Like, probably eats nothing but boiled chicken to look like that. That's hats off to her. That's a lot of dedication. Thunderflight.
Stormwolf, my god. Let's get that added to the supplement.
Yeah, that needs to be in Medicine of Red for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Dummy thick chrome broomsticks. God damn.
Someone do the Solid Snake meme. The one about, was it they got David Hayter to do? Someone got him to say like something about in the snake voice, calling up the colonel and saying the soldiers keep hearing him because of the clap of his dummy big ass cheeks. He's doing it in the snake voice, and it just circulated around the internet. It's like, oh, I'm trying to be stealthy. That's it. It's amazing.
Fun and all to
So-
date someone that's stronger than you, but until you make them mad. They toss you around the room.
I say one of the best follows is Jordan Grace, she's the women's tag champ in Impact, and just like absolutely shredded. But she was talking earlier on. She goes, "Oh, my sister, found her boyfriend's Reddit account No, what was it? Wow, my sister just got a hold of my boyfriend's Reddit account and saw where he'd been posting. Can you guess what happened next? There's just like a bunch of people going, "Oh no," because he's been on like wrestle with the plot and stuff like that, looking at pictures of her. Imagine that.
Folks, sorry
Like
for
you're
the
dating
delay.
someone
I've
and you...
realigned my chakras. I'm back.
No one. Yeah, imagine that you're dating someone, it's going really great, and then you find out they've been looking at pictures of your sibling.
That's kinky.
Car crash.
I mean,
That's a sackable offence, that is.
three-way?
The betrayal on so many levels.
It was funny as fuck to read though.
Why not three-way?
With your sibling?
Consenting
How about
adults. Don't shame
about
consenting
no?
adults.
No, from my understanding, there wasn't anything consenting about it.
Okay, well if that's the case, then yeah.
She was like, your boyfriend's doing what? Yeah, leave him right now.
Sorry, I didn't hear any of that conversation. Somebody said bliet, and it was... What's
It
bliet?
was blocked.
How is
Russian
that?
swear word, isn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how is that a misogynistic? Rob, I'm gonna allow bliet because I don't think that's misogyny. Expired. Do I time out and report the user? No! Dismiss. It's all good. There we go. Now it's in. You're good. Permitted terms. We're kosher. Alright, so, my god, okay. Realigned. I'm back in. Sorry, we also had a very touching conversation in our Discord. Yeah. I'm very happy that all of you are here. Let's jump back in. Where we were at, we had Jack walk into the back with Shebar trying to set up a radio transmission. I had a conversation with him on Discord. We will deal with that a little bit later. T-Bar, what the heck are you doing? You've got Jack walking off with Shebar. You've got this this mess that she said she's gonna have somebody else clean up. What are you going to do?
What he normally does, he will go get high. He will go get some Seth Coke and some Smash and go into his office.
And take a chill pill?
Yeah,
Chill snort, I guess.
he'll unfurl the crusty magazine and go hang out in there.
Oh my lord, alright. So, does your office have blinds or no?
I don't know.
You get a pick right now.
roll
Do they have
for it.
blinds or no?
Exhibitionist.
Yeah, roll for it.
Yeah, I'll roll higher. I'll roll a D100 higher than 50. They have it.
Okay. Lower than 50 exhibitionism. Woo!
Oh,
Alright, you got blinds.
You sounded disappointed.
I opened them a little bit.
Alright, everybody, drink! Vampire,
Out.
drink your cup of noodles. No chopsticks, put down the chopsticks.
Oh yeah.
Delicious. Feel
Just like Fallout.
exactly.
So I add a lot of cayenne
Oh my god.
to my cup of soup.
Enjoy.
Ooh.
Enjoy.
That broth is
Eye opener.
I think the rules mean you have fire breath for 1 hour now, right? For one action, I'm pretty sure.
Rip a line of noodles. Crush up the noodles. Oh, there we go.
With powdered sriracha.
Maru-chan for the win. Start running. All right, so yeah, we have T-Bar. You crack the blinds a little bit, just a little bit, just in case anybody wants to enjoy themselves in the hallway. You unroll your crusty magazine. Go ahead and give me a body check, please.
What is the body check? Just roll a d10 and add my body?
Yeah. A body check is for like strength. I mean, you could roll me an athletics check if you would like.
I guess that'd be
straight
a
body.
15.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're strong enough. You're able to forcibly unroll this, and you've got it open. It's only gotten more and more difficult to open with time, but it is definitely still there and at least partially legible, because you're only there for the articles, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
of
on to
course.
read.
Yeah, it's just for reading material. Vampire,
That's a
are
helpful
you
disclaimer.
okay? You look like you're dying.
He's about to die of cringe. Fine.
All right. Next on up. Over the course of this time. Oh, hold on one second. Bliet is misogynistic. What? I thought Bliet meant like fuck. Shit.
Just look above that and Vampire posted, and it can be used that way, but it also has the original meaning refers to else thing.
So.
Their language changes all the time. It's one of those
Yeah.
conversations, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we'll use it in the term of fuck. Because I mean, I'm 10 times worse. One of the things that even my like girlfriend and incidentally some of my students will hear me frequently refer to myself as a young Goitze, and I even have it on my backpack here. Oh, there we go. I have a wonderful little thing that I even made for my backpack that I carved myself. This means foreign devil, and I have it because I think it is hilarious. But it used to be a very racially loaded term. It is not very much anymore. It was used against the Japanese, so I just use it to refer to myself, because I am the foreign devil here. I'm also a Baihotsu, which means white dancing monkey, so yes! Woo-hoo! Let's get this going! Let's see, Calamity, after it's been about an hour-ish since you'd made that phone call, the drive across this space, and you get dropped off. You get dropped off in what looks to be just an unmarked vehicle, just another one of those cars that was on the road. Is anybody still in the front area? I don't think anybody's there. Yeah, so you get dropped off, and you make your way up towards the building itself. So we finally have our whole group in one space.
Who's out front? Who's out front?
Nobody is out front. What you can see out in the front of the building, literally the front doors and stuff, they're open, and you can see on the inside of what looks to be a reinforced wall trench system out of spare wood metal. You can see what looks to be some drag marks of blood going from outside to inside that lead into some spare room that you've never gone into. But there's nobody standing out front.
Okay. I'll walk in. Push the doors open. Who do I see? Or who do I see first?
Nobody here. You see a buttload of Maelstrom, and they lift their weapons for a second, pointing over at you, and they're like, "Oh, okay, all clear, boys, all clear." And they put their weapons down, like, "Welcome back, Calamity."
Where's the big wigs?
Jack went into the back with the boss lady. Boss man went upstairs. Haven't seen any of the others yet. I think. Oh wait, no. Yeah, the police, not police, retired police. The guy who helped train us, the firearms trainer. I think they went back as well. I don't know. We're just keeping the door clear. So come on in, and you see them pull aside part of this metal barricade that they've put together and dragged on the floor. But you see them open up a space for you to walk in.
I walk around looking, and I look for Domino.
Yeah,
And
so
maybe Mojo.
Okay. You start looking around. You would run across Mojo first. Domino's still in the back room, but you would see Mojo. So Mojo, you see Calamity walking up, looking a little bit worse for wear, but seemingly also a little bit larger in stature. She seems to have grown maybe a couple inches, possibly broader. Yeah. They, sorry.
Yeah. Calamity. You get
What's
some
going
new-
on, Mojo?
you
What?
get some new cards?
What? What are you talking about?
That's good. So we've got the feds down here on our case. Of course, we're in Texas, which is its own federal system. So fed and state are the same thing, but yeah, it's the marshals. They want E-bar for about San Antonio. So we've got to deal with that. We've
This
got
is
medical
Texas. Why don't we just throw some money at them? I mean, why don't we just throw some eddies at them? That's what lobbyists do, right?
Yeah, I was thinking that Jack had other ideas. So, wait to see until we can all get together, hash things out as a council, and go from there. I think.
Okay, sounds like a plan. How's Domino? He wasn't in the best of moods earlier.
I haven't gone to see him yet. He went, I presume, straight to Cali.
I guess I'll go and see Callie.
Heading on back, you see Kali and you see Remy. The two of them are unloading what looks to be similar to what you had arrived in, just this unmarked vehicle. They're unloading this kind of larger truck. It's got a pallet of mixed things on it. What looks to be some kind of weapons and ammunitions case. There seems to be a small pallet of drugs as well that they are unloading into this back docking area.
Hey Remy, hey Callie. What's left? Need a hand?
Did you do something with your hair?
Oh yeah. Had it blow
good.
dried.
I don't know. Is there anything left in the to unload?
Kali looks over. It's like, no, it looks like we've got everything out. We just need to bring this on in. Weapons, and she pulls off the crate. Weapons separate from the drugs. I need to get the drugs in the back and start getting stuff prepped. So if one of you wants
How
to
many
give me a
crates are in
hand.
the truck?
What's up?
How many crates are in the truck?
The truck's been unloaded. But there were there were three containers that were on this pallet. One had the rocket launcher, one had the rocket ammunition, and one was a mixed pallet of drugs.
I'll grab the ammunition.
Okay.
Where do you want it?
Domino, where did you want it?
All I said was to have it delivered. I haven't specified where yet, so Kali doesn't know. Kali's only concerned with the drugs.
Okay, yeah. Kali looks over. I have no idea. Here, help me with the drugs. We can get those in the back. We can ask Domino. He was the one who placed the order. I have no idea how he got it out here so fast. This is like really impressive.
I'll lift up the drugs like a serving tray
All right.
with one hand.
Go ahead and give me a athletics check. All right. Yeah. So you're able to lift it up without a single issue. Remy, you just see her sorry, you see them walk over, grab the bottom of this pallet, and just stand up with it like a single tray, hand under it, and then starts following Kali. And Kali's just like, oh, okay. God damn.
Remy has no words, wide-eyed, jaw agape.
And yeah, Kali.
Speechless.
Yeah, Kali leads the two of you to the back, where she starts to unload the pallet. And Domino, you're still in there. It's been about an hour where you've kind of been there for yourself. She already dropped the phone off to you earlier, so you've had that. And you've got the other two there with you now.
So okay, so that's them. I take it the shipment arrived. Did it have a rocket launcher and some ammunition, some rockets?
Kali points back at Calamity with with the pallet on one hand. It's like it's all there.
Okay, so, but those are the drugs.
It's all there. She.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Calamity looks upgraded. Okay.
She said she
doing a little
looked
bit of
her hair.
lifting.
Cool. So, the rocket launcher, Remy, I meant to ask you about this. Given that I have that turret on the top of the school bus that we haven't put anything on yet, vehicle-mounted rocket launchers are really expensive. Do you think you could get this one rigged to that so that it talks to the computer so that I can? Because it has an automated thing that can talk with the vehicle so that I can fire that if I need to, but I figure if we're going against Metacore, we should probably have all weapons armed and ready, and so if you would be able to do that, that would be great. Oh, did either of you get rid of your phone?
I mean, yeah, you saw me smash it on the ground.
Okay. Here's a phone for you. Kali, do you still have your phone? Sorry, Calamity, do you still have your phone or do you need one?
I never lose mine. Mine's embedded.
Right, okay. Memory. I have some others here for anybody else who damaged their phone. I think that we should go talk to them to see if they need anything. What's going on outside? There looked like... Was there a lot going on?
Something about Mormons.
Okay.
It appears that there was a firefight.
With the Mormons.
Oh.
At least that's what them what the gonks up front are saying.
Oh, okay. Anyways, let's see about getting everybody else their phone. I'm sorry I didn't let you in. Remy, would you be able to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to go take a look.
Okay.
Might not be too hard. We'll see.
It doesn't have to look pretty. I don't care. I just think it'll be good to have it. In worst case, we at least have an extra rocket launcher with a lot of rockets, which I think we'll probably need if we're going to try to take out Metacore, which I think we need to do. Oh, and that crate is full of stardust and flicker, which I think we'll all want to have on hand for when we go against Metacore, because it'll help us. I think it'll help us survive. So yeah, I picked up enough for our group and a little extra just in case. Don't worry, Kali's gonna watch it for me. Yeah, let's go. I guess let's go find and talk to everybody else.
But before we do that, could you put me in touch with that real good fixer? Not that you're not good, just
the one that's better. Yeah, they have a farther reach than I do, and let's get everybody together first, because we may have to reach out to several people, and I'd rather do that all at once instead of having to constantly dial repeatedly. make 1 or 2 major calls with everybody together. Because if it was me and I was getting a call after a call after a call asking for separate things, I would have been, why the fuck didn't you just group this all together and ask me one time? So I figured they're probably going to be the same. So let's get everybody together. But yes, I will see about getting you in touch with, because why? What do you need?
You know, it's a pretty big list. I mean, I got to replace my cyber deck.
What did you do to your cyber deck?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I smashed it on the ground.
Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm still putting stuff together. Callie helped me with that. And will probably be helping me with that for a while. So if something happened in the last few days that I don't remember, forgive me.
Hey, you know, don't worry about it, man. It's a lot.
Yeah.
All right, let's go find the others.
All right.
And yeah, Kali takes that shipment of drugs, puts it in the back, and you can see Kali setting all the stuff up, literally just apportioning one of each of the, so it is Stardust and what again? Flicker. So the 2 of those, she's just apportioning 1 dose of each on the sides together, putting up little piles, and you can also see that she puts a little lollipop at the bottom of each of them, just to try and give a little bit of love for the crew with all the stress that you're dealing with. It's just those cute little lollipops that you find at like a doctor's office or something, and she puts one off with each of them. And yeah, a lot of you head on out. Where are you heading? What are you looking for?
Look, I specifically am looking for Jack because I have an idea.
All right. So you guys are looking around, and eventually you see Jack stepping out of like this back room where he and Shibar had been in for a little while. And Shibar's like, all right, I think that'll work. I'll make sure it's going out, and we'll take it from there. So, yeah, I'll see you later, Jack. And she kind of waves at you. She's like, so many moving parts. Running this company by myself. And you see her start walking away.
Do I hear any of that?
Jack could. You were coming up the hallway, so if you would like to give me a perception check, go for it.
Yeah.
Human perception, or you could give me lip reading.
I'll do human perception. And is there a +2 in chat?
We got a couple of +2s, yes.
I would like to use one.
This
Holy
one
shit!
comes from Bocephalus. And I hear a holy shit. So that is a
25?
Yeah, you could hear.
Hey, if you're wanting some help with the company, I can probably put you in contact with I don't think I'd do it with Ansley, but I know this guy Corey Stewart out of Dallas, who's a corpo who has a lot of experience and could probably help both you and T-Bar. Do you want me to put him in contact with you?
We need to find a high level, just a media who knows what he's doing.
Okay, I can
We take
ask.
all the information we have and we give it to them and we tell them to release it freely in 48 hours.
Okay, tell you what. So you need me to try to find a media, which I don't have in my repertoire, but I have a fixer who could probably find a media for us.
Yeah.
And Remy needs me to talk to the fixer also to get him a new cyber deck. And here, Shivar, here's Corey's number. Just say that Domino passed the number along, and say that you please be nice.
I'm
Please be
always
nice.
nice.
And he will probably be able to help you get a handle on the corporate stuff that you might need help with. You're doing great on your own, but there's nothing wrong with getting more help, and he can probably do that. Yeah. Calamity, do you need me to get anything?
You shouldn't need to contact anyone now. So I just need. I would just like a heavy armor, or yeah, heavy Borg armor and a shield.
Cool. If that's within my range, I'll see what I can do to help get you a discount on it. Where's I talked to Shibar. Shibar, whatever T-Bar probably needs, Shibar can help get that for him with the number that I gave. And where's Mojo?
You do not know where Mojo is? I don't know where Mojo is. Where is Mojo?
Somewhere in that main building, because Calamity bumped into him at one point when she was in there looking for everybody.
Mojo gets a call from a number he doesn't recognize.
Speak.
Hey, it's Domino. Where are you?
Down just off the main office.
Cool. We're over here. I have Remy, Jack, Calamity, and Shibar over here. Do you need anything? I'm about to contact our fixer. Do you need me to grab anything?
Lots of big explosives.
Cool. If they're just explosives, I can get those on my own. I just had a rocket launcher delivered with like a lot of rockets, so to be rigged onto my vehicle and for extra ammunition from Remy's rocket launcher that he apparently has. Okay, I'm talking to you on the phone, so you must still have your phone. By the way, hey Jack, Calamity. I already asked Calamity. Jack, do you need a replacement phone?
Jack is going to answer, but then like Calamity's new form catches his eye for the first time.
Oh, hulking metal mummy. This
Oh, yeah,
may have
when you-
awakened something in me, but I'll deal with it later. Yes, I
Here
would
you go.
require a phone.
Here you go.
And I did take out the SD card from mine before I smashed it, so I'll just pop it in the new one.
And when you get over here, just know that Calamity is advanced, and cool. So rockets, which I can, or more explosive stuff, which I can probably acquire. Cool. I'm gonna let you go, and I'm going to reach out to Ripley.
As I just mentioned in chat, there is an escalating amount of gunfire that you can all hear going on in the background as a lot of you are talking. Do you still want to make that phone call?
Yes.
All right. You make that phone call.
Domino has selective cognitive dissonance, and he's in a place where it's gun. Yeah, what's gunfire?
All right. Oh, hey, Renegade! Welcome in.
We'll investigate.
All right. So let's jump on that phone call really quick. Who is it that you're calling again?
Ripley Chavez, the San Antonio rank 10 fixer.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you give a ring, and after a couple of rings, they pick up. Just hello. Hello. I can barely.
Ripley, hey, it's Domino. Hey, here, let me go into a quieter room, and I go into the room that Shibar and Jack came out of.
All right. Give me 1 second. So yeah, you walk into that back room, and you close the door behind you. The sound gets a little bit softer.
And I have Jack and Remy follow me in.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you can quietly hear what seems to be like some radio that's going on, some kind of speaker or radio that's going on in the background. This seems to be what looks to be a recording studio of some kind.
I don't acknowledge any of that.
Okay.
Well,
for the other two that came in with you.
Hey, Ripley, I know that you were able to help get us a cyber deck not that long ago. Is it possible for us to get another one? And what's the highest reach media that you know? And would I be able to have their contact info?
Ripley's on the other end of the line, like, yeah, Cyberduck, of course, it's super, no problem. What kind of Cyberduck do you want?
Let me put you on speaker. Hey, Remy, this is Ripley, the person that you got the Cyberduck, that really cool, program from. What type of cyber deck? Just speak out loud. What type of cyber deck you want?
Yeah, just the same model I had last time. That standard cyber deck with all the same programs I got from you too.
You lost my dragon?
It got infected.
That's the only other one that I made. God.
Ripley, I know that that's stressful, but the building that we were in where he lost that deck was attached to the old web. I don't know if that means anything. It doesn't mean anything to me, but that might mean something to you.
The old web? Oh, God. Are you in a secure bunker right now? Are you underground? Where are you?
We're back at our facility, which is secure, and I think people are shooting at us, but I don't know.
I'm gonna have to call you back, and you hear a click.
Wait. Fuck.
Well, time to go check out that shooting.
Why don't you do that, and I'm going to, let's see, since that was also San Antonio, I'm going to reach out to that level 8 Corpo from Dallas. Dallas is farther away. It maybe hasn't had as much of an impact, and yeah, I'll reach out to Corey.
All right, we will deal with that in just a minute. Remy, you step out. Mojo, you said you also wanted to go check it out. Are you staying in that room with the with them, Jack?
No, I'd go with Mojo and Remy, sure.
Okay. Calamity.
I'll follow if that's what they do. Because I need Jack to, because Jack's the one who I'm trying to get the other person for, and I don't know how to talk to him.
I'm ready to go.
All right. So you guys walk out, and as you get outside, as you open the door, the sound of gunfire just starts pouring in around you. You can hear automatic gunfire, shotguns, pistols going off down the hall. This is clearly an issue, as you can also hear some sirens going off. It seems as if this force has returned. The Mormons are back. Upstairs, maybe you can hear it over the noises that you are making. I don't know. Go ahead and give me a perception check, T-Bar. Maybe your own noises are a little bit louder than the gunfire coming from downstairs.
Play that horn sound.
I want to take a hit of Coke also.
Like mixing mac and cheese.
30. So you go from the sound of... No. You go from your own noises that you are producing. Everybody, even though that just turned my stomach drink.
The mac and cheese noise?
I don't.
The
Yeah.
spelchy noise?
T-Bar, you hear? I'm gonna mute you, Vampire. You're muted now. Let's see. Mute. There we go. Vampire, you. So T-Bar, you can hear this gunfire over the that noise that Vampire was just making. You hear the gunfire. What are you doing? Are you gonna pull your pants back on, put the magazine away, or are you just gonna keep rolling with it?
Nah, I'm gonna roll the magazine back up and run up to the AV. I'll just kick the pants off to save time. Just
Yes.
All
run
right.
up to the AV and get ready to shoot some Mormons.
You kick trowel off, roll the well, where are you gonna store the magazine if you're kicking off the trowel? Are you just putting it back in your sock?
I mean,
or
I saw
something?
like my tidy whities. I just kind of tuck them in the back of that.
All right, you jam it into your crack of the tidy whities, kick the pants off, run out the door, and head on up to your AV where you're able to jump in and you're able to get this thing powered up. The engines start up, and yeah, so we'll have you in on our next round. Everybody else, you can hear what sounds like the AV from the roof. You can hear it from downstairs over the gunfire taking off. What are all of you doing?
Going straight to the APC and waving whoever's gonna want to safe travel in it with me. Three ports, and now there's a rocket launcher.
Okay. Who's going with Domino?
We didn't install the rocket launcher.
No, but I'm grabbing it so that it'll be at least inside. So if we need to, we can open and fire. I mean, extra is extra.
You're gonna have to wait up for me for just a second. I'm gonna try and clear a path.
Okay.
Jack's gonna try and stay. There's people inside by the sounds of it, so Jack will deal with them. And I've got San Deviston's speedware, so I'll fire that up when we go into initiative.
All right. Calamity.
I'm gonna pull out my sniper rifle. Start scanning for targets.
You're indoors. With the
Walking outside.
Oh, okay. I was just like, wait a minute. What? All right, so you
said
head
there were
outside.
signs of. You said there were sounds of gunfire coming from other places inside, though.
Well, you guys were inside of the recording room. When you open it up, you can hear inside of the building that there's gunfire being exchanged. It sounds like there are people inside shooting. It sounds like there are people outside shooting.
All right, yeah, that's fine. Then. Yeah, I'm gonna try and find whoever is inside. Deal with that first.
Probably our people.
Awesome. So we have T-Bar going for liftoff. We have Mojo doing what?
Yeah. Mojo it's daytime, right?
Yes.
Mojo would have his smart goggles with the targeting scope and teleoptics on.
Okay.
And we'll be going to a window to see who he can pick off with his AR.
All right. Awesome. So, literally nobody in our entire group is together. What I would like all of you to do, please, is I'm going to clear out our turn order. I'm going to have y'all go ahead and roll for initiative, please.
If you click on your character, and that character is tied to your initiative stat, it should show up in the turn order properly, and Cap shouldn't have to make any manual changes. Lots of ifs.
Oh no, it's working. It's working! It's a move!
How do we do it again?
Just click on your token before you roll initiative and it'll do it.
If your token is properly connected to the character sheet.
Should be.
I don't know what I'm doing with it.
So click on your character token, and then
Yeah.
on your character sheet, roll for your initiative.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
There we go. You got it. Whew. Awesome. Okay, so Remy, you're coming in tail end, T-bar. Oh, there we go. Okay. So Jack.
When I move to the top, because I'm in my vehicle already.
Yes. So when it comes to that, because I have you at the bottom right now. You're going to be at the top once our next round starts, because you've gotten to your vehicle and it's now starting up. Does that make sense? Because it's actually supposed to be 2 different turns, is getting inside your vehicle, second turn is starting up the vehicle.
Sure, whatever.
So, you're going to be top of the order once we finish this round. Jack, you run over, or you run down the hallway. You said you were looking to find, find what?
Listening, going towards the sound of the gunfire from inside, hoping that it's all just our guys, and then seeing what they're doing and seeing if I can help our guys with whatever they're doing. And obviously, if I go towards their gunfire and it's our guys and they've got any of their guys inside the building, then I'm going to start shooting at them.
All right. You run down the hallway towards that front entranceway, and you can see that all of the maelstrom that have been your newest recruits here, they are returning fire straight out the door and out those front windows, which are of course very much so shattered, at what look to be several vehicles out in the front, black SUVs with flashing lights, and what look to be U.S. Marshals or NUSA Marshals returning fire with small arms.
Okay.
The distance between you and, from the barricade to them is, give me 1 second. Ooh, Friday night, fight. Let's pull this on up. So the distance between you and them right now is about 40 yards.
Okay.
40 meters, sorry.
That's alright. Alright. I can actually... Let me just check my base DV for something. No, I don't actually have the chances. Alright, I'll get up to the barricade.
Okay.
Is there any cover outside beyond the barricade?
Not really. It's been shot to shit. The barricade itself seems to be the cover that the Maelstrom are standing behind, that and the hallway itself, the walls.
Oh.
But outside, the only other cover is the trucks, the SUVs that these folks are standing behind and standing up, taking their shots, and then ducking back down.
Alright, so if I head towards the SUVs, am I getting closer to them?
Yes, you would also be putting yourself in the line of fire.
That's fine, I can't fucking hit anything from here anyway. Yeah, I'll do that. Make a dash for... How close is it, the SUVs, distance-wise?
40, or sorry, it would be slightly less, 35, because they're behind the SUVs, so 35 meters.
Still fucking doesn't change anything. Well, there's no point then. It's fine. I'll get up to the barricade and hold fire if someone comes within, let's say, DV range 13 to 25 meters, yards, whatever it is you're doing it in.
Okay, so if somebody tries to like run the building or run up to the building
Yeah.
itself. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll pop out and come down. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Domino, you are running down the hallway. You are getting down to your APC. You get out into the garage area, and you can see Mojo's two lawmen that are both there. Both of them seem to be kind of protecting the vehicles inside the garage area. They pretty much stayed out of the combat in the front because they don't want to have to deal with Maelstrom bullshit. But they're in there as per Mojo's request. They both look at you. It's like, sounds like the fighting started back up again.
Cool. I'm getting in my APC. Grab that rocket launcher. Have fun.
One of them looks over and they're like, do I even know how to use that thing? Mojo, do either of your deputies have shoulder arms?
I believe rocket launchers heavy weapons.
Heavy weapons?
They have a
Yeah,
combat.
will be.
Oh, they have this combat score, right? All right, hold on 1 second. So, rocket launchers, you're right, it's under heavy weapons, and yes, they have combat scores. What level are you again?
Roll rank 6. Combat is 14.
Rank, sorry. Because I gotta pull up.
They have a combat number of 14, 12 armor, 35 hit points, move body of 4.
So I'm trying to find that document that I sent to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't fill it out on there because I just have it on the Roll20 character sheet.
Yours is on the Roll20 character sheet?
Yep.
What? Where? Mojo. I see Mojo.
Under character,
Uh-huh.
under lawman, backup.
Oh my lord! Oh, holy crap! I didn't even realize that was there! Oh my god, that's freaking awesome! Okay, well, holy crap. Okay, that's sweet. Okay. Yeah, folks, anybody watching on stream, you can see Roll20, as much as I don't like the company itself, integration, good job. Y'all are killing it. Okay, cool. So yes, they would have the ability to do it, and
It's not roll, it's the integration.
that's okay. Sorry,
Remember.
it's the writer of it.
You can love the community without loving the company.
So
Okay.
thank you, community. Company, I don't like you, but thank you, community. All right. Former military, so they'd be the one going for it. So Major Mertz goes for it and grabs the rocket launcher. And they're like, all right, good luck, Domino. We'll see you later, as this guy starts loading in the rocket on the end of the RPG itself. And so I will drop you down for next round. You'll be getting into your vehicle and starting it up. Calamity.
Shooter.
Try that again.
Picking up a target.
Okay. So yeah, you're coming down the hall. You were right there with Jack. You see Jack get behind this barricade. You can see the lawmen out. Sorry, not lawmen. You can see the Mormon marshals out there. Distance is about 40 meters, 35 to their vehicles. I know you said you pulled out a sniper rifle, so you're able to use that if you would like.
Headshot.
Okay, so targeted shot. Go ahead and make your roll. DV is at, let's see, it's going to be sniper rifle, so 28. DV 28.
give me a second. There we go.
Oh my god! 38. Yeah, you land a hit. Holy shit! Go ahead and roll your damage. I'm pulling up my my generator here because I have a lot of people to deal with right now for NPCs. Go ahead and roll damage.
And I'm shooting AP rounds.
Okay.
Roll. 16.
So, all right. Does this person have any? They are not wearing a helmet. You target somebody who has no helmet. You fire off a round. It's double damage. 16, so it's 32. Tell me how you kill this marshal.
It just looks like a freaking like someone doing target practice on watermelon.
All right. So yeah, you run up and Jack, you can see this. Calamity just kind of stares there for a second, and they pull the trigger, bam, and on the other end of this truck, you see an explosion of what looks like a watermelon blowing up from target practice.
Mutters under her breath, I hate cops. Mutters under their breath, I hate cops.
Right.
Me both.
Mojo, what are you doing?
So, is there anybody a little bit further out from the group?
Yeah, so there are several of these cars, because you said you went for a window, right? There are several of these cars that are out front, lined up out front. There's marshals out behind the cars. You're actually further away than everybody else. You're not at the front entrance, so your current distance would be around 80 yards to target.
Perfect.
Because you're down the hall.
Perfect. Yeah, so Mojo is also going to take a headshot with his assault rifle.
All right, so assault rifle. You're at 80 yards. That's 15 plus 8. That's going to be 23, 22.
It's 13, and I've already got the called shot in.
80 yards?
Yeah, isn't it
15.
16, 17, 15, 13, 15, 20, 25, 30?
I'm looking at it right now. 51 to 100 yards. Assault rifle is 15.
Is there no 13 sweet spot?
There is 26 to 50. Do I?
I copied my chart down wrong. Shit. It's fine. Doesn't change anything. Are there any plus 2s in chat?
Yes, we have plus 2s in chat.
I will use one.
Alright, this one comes as well from Bucephalus. Thank you, Bucephalus. Dropping in a bunch of plus 2s, as well as a shitload of gift subs, so thank you very much.
And this roll should have that -8 built in. So it should just be against the 15.
Right. So 1d10, 6, 7, 2. Oh, -6. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so you fire off an assault round. Go ahead and roll your damage. That is a hit.
Only 26.
Only 26. Let me pull it up because Calamity has already killed off the first one. So let's see the second one. All right, so the round hits, and you see it whack into the side of a guy's head out there. He falls over, and you see the guy yelling and screaming. He's still alive, but he's down on the ground. T-Bar, your vehicle is now powered up, and you're able to move. So you're going to be at the top of our order, but you now have your move on. What are you going to do?
So, you said they're about 30, 40 meters away.
They're 40 meters away from the front entrance of the building.
And are they in vehicles or are they just out on foot, like behind a barricade?
The Mormon marshals seem to be standing behind the vehicles and using it as cover.
So I'm gonna unload the rocket pod at them. The three rockets.
All right. What are you targeting? Are you targeting one of the vehicles? Are you targeting the people?
Well, I thought it was like explosives that it did like a 10 by 10 area.
Yeah. So which one are you targeting?
I was just kind of targeting the area, hoping to get both. But I guess I would be targeting the vehicles, but since they're right next to the vehicles, I'm hoping to get them too.
Okay. All right. So you have you're able to fire them. There we go. Go ahead and roll me heavy weapons check, please. Don't forget about your AI's +2. And your distance, because you're 3 floors up, what is that, 10 meters? So 10, 20, 30, so you'd be about 60 meters away. So small rocket, 60 meters, you're looking at a DV-15.
Can I move a little closer to make that lower? I'm trying to find that chart in the book. I just don't see it.
Page number 37, and you can move. Yeah. Because you've taken off, you can move. You're inside of your weapons best band, 26 to 100 meters, so...
Alright, so 15 is the best.
Yeah.
I'm guessing since we're already past where we normally stop, I might as well go ahead and throw my 6 luck in there.
Alright.
Heavy weapons.
Heavy weapons, yep.
And then add another
+2 from
8
the
to
AI.
that.
Oh, and the 6 from your luck. Okay.
So 24.
Yeah, you got it. Go ahead and roll. You said you're firing all 3?
Well,
So-
I have 6 total, but it's
Okay.
like 3 per clip. I'll have to reload after
Okay.
if I want to fire again.
Yeah, well, you can fire 1, you can fire 3, you can fire 6, you can fire 10, you can fire 20.
Oh, if I can fire all 6, I'll just fire all 6.
All right. Go ahead. What is 6 times 6 is 36. Go ahead and roll me 3066, please. Fuck.
That'll teach those Mormons.
All right. So that Calamity, Mojo, Jack, Calamity, Mojo, the 3 of you have been targeting outside. Calamity blew one guy's head off. Jack was covering himself, trying to make sure he doesn't get shot. Mojo, you landed a round off and hit one of the officers. And then shortly thereafter, you just hear a concussive as literally rocket fire rains down from above the building. And what seems to be left in front of the entrance is a scattered wreckage of parts of both people and bodies and fire scattered all around. T-Bar has rained down some hellfire, and the lot of you looking out at where you were looking, you no longer see any more remaining people standing there and just burning wreckages of vehicles. Remy, You hear the gunfire, you hear the shouting, you hear the shooting, and then you hear the rocket fire and the explosions. You were behind Domino. What are you going to do?
Well, I'd left the room with Jack and Calamity.
I did too.
Domino.
Okay.
Because I followed them. Yeah.
So yeah, Remy's sort of running up to the same barricade, trying simultaneously to lug this rocket launcher over his shoulder, and then he sees nothing. He goes, "Son of a bitch! I've never gotten to fire one of these things."
All right. So you're there at the barricade. You've got the rocket launcher. You see smoking wreckage out there, and from what you can hear, pretty much most of the gunfire itself starts to die down. Hold on one second. Let me sirenscape this up. You can hear most of the gunfire dying down. There still seems to be random little pistol shots going off every so often, a little bit further away, but yeah, there seems to be no more machine gun fire or anything like that.
Yep.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna use my action to put the rocket launcher dejectedly back over my back.
Okay. All right. All right. So we're to our top of our order. Domino and then T-Bar, the two of you are at top of order because you are in vehicles now. Domino, the officers that were in there, the two responders, they click on the button, the garage door button, and it opens up, and you can see directly on the other side of these shutters as they're coming up. You can see what looks to be another grouping of these SUVs and marshals. There's several people directly on the other side, and you're inside of a vehicle, but you can hear that they're very vaguely shouting something at you over some kind of speaker, but you cannot really hear them from inside the vehicle.
Cool. I run them over.
So you just go?
Yep.
All right. Do you have rambar or anything along those lines?
Hold on. Let me get back to.
But we need to get those upgrades installed. Make it in
I have some. So I have safety harness level 3, metal slats, housing capacity, security upgrade, structural support roll cage. So no.
No rambar.
But
all
it
right.
is. Yeah, no rambar. But it is the APC. So
Yes. Go ahead and roll me 66, and the damage will go onto theirs and yours. But you're wearing the harness, so you do not suffer whiplash.
So 21.
All right, so you just you see them on the other side. You just crank it forward, and the APC's engine just roars to life. This massive, super heavy-duty diesel engine just, and you just start going, and you smash straight into the center of this the 4 of these vehicles, and they push out of the way as you push through them. You're wearing your safety harness, but you do 21 damage to their vehicles. Your vehicle also receives 21 damage in return. And it looks as if
their vehicles slide over any of them, or are they all able to get out of the way?
They're able to, and that's actually a very good question. Let me roll my dodge. Give me 1 second. Because there were a couple of people out of those vehicles. There were a couple of people in them. So let's roll. Thought I integrated it on the sheet. I'm sorry I did not.
No worries.
Oh my god, where'd all my D10s go? I only have 2 left. Ugh. Alright, so let's see. Our number on here. Boop, boop, doo. Where the hell is... Oh, there it is. Okay. The first guy tries to jump out of the way and is unable to jump out of the way. Our second person is able to. A third person gets crushed underneath one of the cars. And the fourth person is... Okay, so 2 people are able to jump away from the vehicles as you smash into them, and 2 seem to get pulled underneath the vehicles as you push. And you make a straight path through the 4 vehicles. And they start opening fire at your APC. They start shooting as you were driving.
That's adorable. I'm going to keep driving so that I can clear the way for the rocket launcher behind me.
All right. What is the armor? Not the SP, but the SDP. What's the armoring?
So that is a great question because I had 105 for SDP, but that was only... Oh no, it's it has, I think it's like 13.
Which vehicle are you in again? You said the APC?
Yeah, the APC, the Wolverine. I hadn't upgraded the armor because it had built-in like pretty decent amounts.
Yeah, I'm pulling that up right now. Okay, SP, there we go. So yeah, your SP is 20, your SDP is 100. So your armoring is 20. So yeah, they open fire, they start shooting at your vehicles. So give me 1 second. First one pings off, second round pings off, third round pings off, fourth round pings off. They start opening fire on your vehicle and ting, 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 ting. Nothing really seems to be getting through with this small arms fire. And as you continue forward, you hear as the rocket launcher is fired. So Mojo, go ahead and roll combat number for Major firing off the rocket launcher. DV is going to be a... DV is a 15. Holy shit. Alright, roll damage for a rocket launcher. Rocket launcher damage is 8d6. So yeah, Domino, you slam straight through, making a small path, and right behind you, bam, you hear a rocket explosion as the rocket engulfs the other 2 guys that had jumped out of the way. And you have smashed through. And this, folks, is where we're actually going to be stopping for our day, as our group is now dealing with, well, pretty much nothing. They've taken out everything that was thrown at them from the Marshal Service for this moment. They have taken out the front group that tried to go in through the front entrance, and with Domino and the backup with a rocket launcher, they take out the second group behind them that was trying to get in through the garage. It looks as if these Mormons are not all that dangerous. They were not expecting a full armored backup like this. Seems like they were more so expecting a firefight to be ensuing. And it looks as if Remy themselves as well was unable to join into that small arms firefight. Yes, you can send a message out. Everybody does have their... To
the Marshals?
Oh, to the Marshals. They're dead.
Yeah. No, to their head office.
You could, yeah, go ahead and roll me a library search. Are you able to get access to their number or any of their messaging?
I've got that covered next time. If just getting a little bit meta here, but I might have that covered next time. If you still want to go ahead and do it, that's fine. Just to let you know.
It's okay. I was just curious. I was just gonna be funny. Just send them a message saying you need more Marshals now.
Oh yeah, do that. That's great. That's funny.
Well, they wanted to call
Streamline.
us terrorists. I guess
Just
we are.
streamline it.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying, Mojo? Yeah, well, we can streamline. It's okay.
They wanted to call us terrorists. Well, I guess we are.
Then plaster that on the media as like Snake Nation 1, Marshall 0.
Well, this would actually be like Snake Nation 5, Marshall 0, because they've tried
Oh, okay.
a couple of times to get into the compound.
Or plaster that all over the the scream sheets.
All right, and this is where I want to ask Captain Mark. Do you want to share what? Sorry, not Captain Mark. Jack, do you want to share what you had recorded and broadcasted out? As this firefight starts to conclude, and we have our players no longer facing these odds.
All right. So
Had you, real quick,
So
had
the-
you sent it out, or were you waiting for the media?
I wasn't sure. Well, no, the media's separate. The media is
Okay,
just
okay.
like give him everything we have, and then it's a contingency in case we fail.
Okay.
It gets broadcast. No, right. So are we saying that I already sent the broadcast, and this is like we sort of talk about it retroactively?
Yeah. So what happened earlier
Okay.
is that you and Sheebar went into that small little back
So
recording
went
studio area, and it's
into
been
the
running.
recording
Yeah.
studio and opens with. So it starts broadcasting on like all possible frequencies as far out as the signal goes, and asks everyone who listens to relay it as far out as their signal goes. And I'm trying to get it as far as I can. Jack opens with a roll for it, if you like, what I hope to be an absolute sterling rendition of Star Spangled Banner at like in the vein of Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
Um,
Go ahead and roll for your
Let's
performance.
hit play. Yeah, let's hit play. See what happens.
Play instrument. Yep.
15. 15. It's all right.
All right.
Yeah, it's all right. And then Jack begins to speak. Bear with me. Yeah, just make sure I've got some timeline correct. You can probably tell by the sound of my voice that I wasn't originally from these wonderful and diverse shores. I was 12 years old, staring at one of those old TVs. It was 1997. And I watched the fucking pigs beat Rocker Boy Manson to death live on stage. That scene has never left my memory. And perhaps it's the reason I picked up a guitar in the first place. If you don't know who I am, my name's Devilish Jack Holmes. And I've probably been playing guitar for longer than you've been able to chew solid food. I'm in Texas right now with some colleagues. And we're being hounded. Hounded by the feds. Hounded by the corpos. One corpo in particular. Medical. They've pushed us to the brink. You're probably all aware of several nuclear explosions that have taken place in various spots across this vast nation, and they are to blame. So I'm asking you now. Pick up the nearest gun and join us. Pick up the nearest rifle and join us. Drive a truck. Grab your first aid kit. Fuck it, grab a slingshot. I don't care. Medicor have got a HQ just off of the east coast, southeast coast, and Jack will rattle off the precise coordinates to the rig. If you've got the means, join us. And we're gonna level that thing into the fucking ocean. And then the message just repeats. And so he puts that out on a loop.
right. So we have Jack broadcasting this literally over any open local frequencies. We've got other folks. We've got other folks who are trying to relay it. What I need you to do now is please roll me your specialty, your charismatic impact. How much support is our rocker boy able to drum up in this Texas area?
Don't forget to add your luck if you still have any.
+2s
Yeah.
from chat if we have any.
I'll take a +2 and I'll drop both of my luck points in there as well, so that'll be +4 altogether.
Right.
Go. 20 altogether.
All right. You're able to rouse quite a large population, I guess it would be, of Texas, as this radio broadcast spreads out not only from this rural area but to the major cities as well. Starts spreading out over to what was left over of Nevada, and then spreads over into Southern California, which is where all of you had fled from. This radio broadcast is being listened to now by quite a few people, so what I'd like you to do is roll me a D10, 1d10.
Yeah.
And I would like you to make me, go ahead, roll 1d10. Okay, so go ahead and roll me one other d10, please. Holy shit. All right, so over the course of this time, so that was a 5, and the first roll was the number at the end of the digits, and the second roll was supposed to be how many zeros get added to that for your audience. So our audience size is about 5. Yeah, so you've got most of the global population now relaying this information across the oceans, across the fucking continents. You've got the ear of almost every person that has some form of radio. And your charismatic impact with a 20, you 100% have a large percentage of that number picking up guns. Very disgruntled, very unhappy. And folks, that's where we're going to be ending off our stream for today. As we get prepped and ready for our very last one. It's going to be next week. We're going to be ending off our Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. As our group is going to be taking a look at going after Metacore themselves. We've got Jack spreading the word out across to literally, 5 million, or is that 5 billion? My brain is going stupid. About 5 billion people hearing the message all over the world.
5 billion is 9 zeros.
Yeah, so that would be 10 digits total.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Digits total, not just, yeah.
Yeah.
5 billion, not 50 billion.
Yeah. I don't think there's 50 billion people that can live on this planet without... Yeah, I'm not, yeah, we're not gonna, yeah. So, we'll be back next week.
They're clones.
Clones, yeah. The clones hear you too. It's the Clone Wars. It's just gonna be, if any of you want to know what's gonna happen next episode, go out to your local Blockbuster and go ahead and rent the, what was that, not Get Out. What was that other movie? Us. Go ahead and rent Us. So that'll be a preview for next week. So go ahead and visit your local Blockbuster and rent the movie Us.
What is
all of the
what is
clones?
a Blockbuster?
What is this you speak of?
I'm gonna end
It's
the
evil.
stream now. Goodbye. Click. Go to your local Netflix. I don't know. What exists for movie rentals anymore? Is Family Video still around? Is that still a thing?
Here and there.
I've seen a 1 or 2 at the suburbs here by Chicago.
Yeah, that's where I grew up. I didn't know if they were still open or not.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, but not all of those streaming platforms have that movie.
That's when you turn to piracy.
Okay. Well, I do not advocate breaking the law because that would not be legal. So,
It's temporary borrowing.
Dave. Real world population estimate as of 2022, 7.9 billion. So yeah, that's a large amount of the world population. Either way, next week when we come back, we're going to be facing down Metacore. It's going to be our final ultimate episode of our Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. The stream will be ending officially next week on April 30th, so make sure you tune in. What's going to be happening is that our campaign ends and a brand new one will be coming in under our absolutely wonderful leader here at Cybernation Uncensored. Rob is going to be starting up a new campaign on Sundays, so our nomads will go and Rob's team will be coming in. You can still catch us, many of us, over on the Fallout Asia, and we will also be seeing the emergence of another very new campaign soon, the High Riders campaign with our wonderful Raven here. So I'm going to have us do our outros. I'm going to put up our player cards. There we go. And I'm going to drop in our links. So, Violent Neon, go ahead and start us off.
Hey everyone, I am Violent Neon. You can find me here next Saturday and then every Friday in the Wasteland. And I am Violent Neon, and you can find me on Cybernation's Uncensored's Discord as Violent Neon. Thank you all for sharing with the depth of tonight's episode.
Awesome, thank you. And Vampire, go for it.
I'm Vampire Bites, playing Mojo the Lawman, at least for tonight and next Saturday. You can also find me over on the 2D20 Fallout Pack NW Twitch channel every other Saturday, playing Fallout 2D20. And I'm not sure what else is going on right now, but I'm also in the Cybernation Uncensored Discord, currently running the play-by-post.
Awesome. John, go for it.
Yep, I am John. Tonight I played Remy Thunderthighs Johnson, your tech, netrunner, and very amateur media. You can find me over on the Discord as Johnny Drop. You can find me here for one more Saturday for Cyberpunk Goes Nomad, and on Fridays for Fallout Asia. And I also have a SoundCloud at Arkson if you'd like to check that out.
Awesome, thank you. Raven.
Hey, Raven. I've had the pleasure of playing Calamity, and I'll have the opportunity to do it one more time. It's been a blast. You can find me all over the internet at Doña Trece Cuervo. Also on Fridays for Fallout Asia. Look to the stars. The High Riders are coming.
Thank you. Chuggy.
Hey, I'm Chuggy. I play T-Bar the Nomad here today, this week, and maybe next week.
All right. Captain Mark.
Yeah, Captain Mark 87 on the Discord. Just Mark, if you see me anywhere else, or like, well, God forbid, in the street, stay away from me in real life, everybody. No, I'm kidding. Next week we are finishing. Or that might have been the best charismatic impact role I've ever made, and maybe Jack will get to fire his 10,000 Eddie gun next week. Who knows? It might happen. Just
Headshot.
The disappointment when you told me the DV, when you told me the range, I went, oh no.
I'm sorry.
I was doing the math and I'm like, nope, I've got to roll a 7 to hit anything. No, I'm not going to try. But yeah, so come back next week. Please check us out, watch the finale. Also catch me every Sunday over at twitch.tv/Heroes in Theory. We're doing a history game tomorrow. A mystery game tomorrow. And then our regular campaign picks up the week after. Also the week after. So obviously next Saturday I'll be here. Saturday afterwards, I am going to be over at Heroes in Theory, running we're beginning a playthrough of the as far as I'm aware, the only published campaign for Delta Green, Impossible Landscapes, where I get to, because of who the villain is, and I won't reveal, you may already know if you poke around on the internet. I'm gonna gaslight my players for 30 odd episodes, basically. Yeah, so good times. If you know your Lovecraft, you'll probably figure out which Lovecraft entity is the villain by me saying I can gaslight them for 30 episodes. But everyone's got fun characters, and it looks to be good viewing. So check it out, or just VOD it if you're watching stuff here. So the magic of the internet, you can make your choice. But thanks for watching this so far. How long have we been playing this for, everybody, now?
Almost a year.
Over a year.
Over a year.
Yeah.
Forever.
And we've been playing for just over a year now. We started in, was it April of 2021? It's now March. Or sorry, March, April. No, it's April, so it's been a year. Yeah, year.
Yeah, I'll save the big sloppy speech for next week.
Okay.
But yeah, come do check it out.
All right, and ladies, gentlemen, everybody in between, thank you very much for stopping on by, whether it was VOD or if it was live. Absolutely love having you folks here on our chat. Next week is our ultimate episode. Please, 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 if you can, make some time, tune in, drop some crazy stuff into our points. Negative plot twist, positive plot twist, random events, critical hits, +2s. Drop in and drop those points. Love to have you folks coming on in. I have been Capricious Nature for our session. Our music has been brought by Outworld Sounds, as well as Timmy from Base Ape Records. All of our supplements and everything that we've been using you can find over on cybernationuncensored.com. You can find a lot of stuff on my Linktree, and you can find myself and Vampire next week. After our ultimate game, you can find us over next week on the Fallout 2D20 Pacific Northwest. And we will see all of you folks next week. Until then, tune in for Rob's Games. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Cybernation Uncensored.